Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me for today's podcast. I don't know, maybe I might do podcasts on my channel frequently. I might not be doing them too frequently. I might even dedicate a SoundCloud channel to podcasts if they can get popular enough. But that's for a later date to discuss. So the first thing I want to discuss with you guys is, how do you guys feel about Lucifer, the TV show? It's my second favorite TV show on the air right now. Season 3 is airing on October the 2nd, so I'm excited about that. It's not much left until October the 2nd, and I'm hopefully going to be watching it on that day, although I doubt it. I don't have Fox, and I don't have Netflix either yet. I'm getting it soon, but it's probably not going to be on Netflix for a while either, so piracy might have to be my only option. But until then, I'm actually in the middle of rewatching Lucifer to get myself ready for season 3. It's such a good show. I think it's way underrated. Even though its reviews are actually really good, I still think it's underrated. I genuinely, without a doubt, say that Lucifer is better than Rick and Morty and Gravity Falls combined. Okay, no, I might get some hate for that, but it's my decision and I'll stick to it. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Holy shit. I just pointed my microphone away for that. Also, if you haven't checked me out on Twitter, make sure to do that. Shameless promotion. I talk about a bunch of cool stuff there. And, yeah. I'll update you guys on stuff. And I'm hopefully going to get a Rick and Morty t-shirt soon, so I'll have that in my vlogs. So, yeah. Also, make sure to check me out on Amino for cool art stuff. Now let's continue on with the podcast. Now, let's talk about It. It was a good movie. I have an animation coming up for It, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I definitely enjoyed seeing it. Yeah. What else to talk about? Yeah, I really should get scripts ready for videos. This is a horrible plan. Oh yeah, Rick and Morty. Let's talk a little bit about that. Earlier today, when I woke up, I went ahead and made myself some breakfast, and I'll talk about my breakfast and stuff like that. Schedule later, or maybe even another video or podcast for that matter. But basically, the way I'm doing things right now, right now, right now, I mean today, I made myself some breakfast, and then I sat down and watched the ABCs of Beth, while I ate my breakfast. And it was a pretty good time, but constantly at the back of my head I have the thought, oh hey, wait a second, the next episode's gonna be the final episode. And I watched the trailer for episode 10, and I feel like they need more. 10 episodes a season is not that many, if you really think about it. And I know it's an animated show, and they got all the Adult Swim stuff going on, but come on, you can do more than that, Rick and Morty. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. So, pretty hyped for the finale, although I'm more sad than hyped, if anything. I'm getting really hyped for Evil Morty. Okay, let's talk about the Evil Morty episode. I think it was called Mixed Up in Ricklantis. No, it was originally going to be called Tales of the Citadel. Tales from the Citadel. And then it turned into something like Ricked Up in Ricklantis. Something like that. and it featured, spoiler alert, sorry, I should probably say that. I'll have a spoiler in the title. But, uh, um, fuck, I'm retarded. It featured Evil Morty and all of his cool stuff. Um, so that was pretty awesome, in my opinion. But, a lot of people only realized it was Evil Morty towards the end. I originally had a theory, and I stuck to this theory for a while. That wasn't actually Evil Morty, that was like a clone of him. Because if you think about it, like, if you remember from Season 1, Episode 10, Evil Morty, he built that entire, like, tower area. Not a tower, but you know what I mean, like his own, that entire area, and even he built a Rick. A fucking Rick robot on his own. Do you know how smart and how smart he'd have to be and how much resources he'd have to be able to do that? That means he definitely has the resources to have an army to defeat a citadel, especially a citadel that's just being torn down by Rick Sanchez's C-137. Like, currently in the construction citadel, he could go ahead and he could destroy the citadel. Or not destroy it, take over it right now while it's at a weak point. So what I thought was, I don't think this anymore, but this was my thought before, right? That he basically made a clone of himself, right? And this Evil Morty would go to the citadel, and he'd try to become president and take over there. But even if the plan wouldn't work, like maybe Evil Morty would have been caught, like you know how the other Morty was trying to prove him wrong. What if that guy actually did manage to prove to everybody that he was Morty, and that he was Evil Morty? Then everybody would go ahead and kill Evil Morty, and then they would have thought, oh hey, blood spewing out. This looks like a real human. This is the real Evil Morty. He's out of the way. So they wouldn't expect an entire war to come. Or even if that wouldn't have happened, he just wouldn't have won the election. Then he could have still had the backup plan. If people wouldn't have chosen to have him as their leader, then he could have taken over by force. I mean, it's a good plan if you think about it. And I came up with that, right? Even at the end, when the Evil Morty stuff came out, I was still like that. After about 3 times of watching the episode over again, I changed my mind, and now I believe it's the real Evil Morty. But that's a good theory if you think about it. Now, there's this other thing I was gonna say. Most people thought it was Evil Morty. Oh, did you hear that voice crack? Top of the notch quality. Now, most people, like, they found out it was Evil Morty when the papers were going out. I had a theory that it was Evil Morty, or it was like, coming around, something to do with Evil Morty, when this guy asked Evil Morty, oh, hey, dude, who's your original Rick, and what's your original dimension? He was like, oh, me and my Rick, we bounced from here to there so many times that I couldn't even remember. That was the point. I'm like, okay, something to do with Evil Morty right here. Something to do with Evil Morty. So that was pretty cool. I know this has been a very short podcast, and I'll do longer ones, maybe even an hour or two long podcasts later. But for now, it's just a teaser. Some plans that I'm coming up with are for animated videos. And also, I'm having a channel trailer come up soon, so that's gonna be cool. And of course, the hot sauce challenge. I haven't forgot about that. I want to get my channel trailer out before the hot sauce thing. So I want my channel to be at a reasonable basis. My channel does have a few haters, and of course, they're just haters gonna hate. I know. When you have 203 subscribers, you should expect at least 1 or 2 haters. But I don't know. I just don't like it. So I might have to be sweeping the dust clean, if you know what I mean. I've warned the haters already. If they continue to hate, then they're not gonna have a place on the channel. But until then, we can expect some pretty cool stuff. And the hot sauce challenge. Haven't forgotten about the hot sauce challenge. So yeah, thank you interwebs for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Goodbye. Salstegen en ik door verwiesen de beste, dus wie net een meer of doe maar wou je maar er vast een kwijtjes en precies. Nou, niet meer zijn als dat aan shower weer